Trump's battle with the Federal Reserve reaches the Supreme Court, the escalating conflict between former President Trump and the Federal Reserve is now set for a showdown at the Supreme Court next week. The case, Trump v. Cook, centers around the administration's attempt to remove a Fed governor, Lisa Cook, through what critics allege is a fabricated criminal investigation. This dispute isn't isolated. It represents a broader pattern of Trump's aggressive attempts to exert control over an institution designed to operate independently. The central dispute, independence under attack. The core issue is whether the president can fire Federal Reserve leaders at will. Current law requires cause for removal, but Trump's strategy has been to manufacture justifications, such as the current investigation into Fed Chair Jerome Powell over a building renovation dispute to circumvent this legal barrier. The stakes are high. The Fed's independence is critical for stabilizing the economy. If the president can remove governors for political reasons, short-term economic manipulation becomes a real possibility. This echoes historical instances, such as Nixon pressuring the Fed to lower interest rates before his re-election, resulting in long-term economic instability. The Supreme Court's role. A shifting landscape, the Supreme Court has already signaled a nuanced stance. In Trump v. Wilcox, the court established a unique protection for the Fed, even as it has generally favored broad presidential power in other cases. However, the reasoning behind this exception was described as gobbledygook by legal observers, highlighting the unpredictable nature of the court's jurisprudence. The upcoming Cook case tests whether this protection will hold. The administration's argument rests on a claim that Cook made contradictory statements in mortgage agreements, alleging she falsely claimed two properties as her primary residence. However, evidence suggests this claim is fabricated. Reuters reported that Cook clearly designated one property as a vacation home, undermining Trump's justification for removal. A pattern of overreach and procedural obstacles, this case fits a pattern of Trump's efforts to bend the rules. The administration has previously attempted to fire Fed officials without cause, and the court's Republican majority has often erected procedural barriers to prevent challenges to questionable presidential actions. The trend is clear. The court has repeatedly permitted Trump to stretch the boundaries of executive power, sometimes through convoluted legal maneuvers that delay or prevent effective opposition. This includes cases like National Institutes of Health v. American Public Health Association, where plaintiffs faced years of litigation over canceled grants. Why this matters. The conflict with the Fed isn't just about one appointment. It's about the fundamental structure of the U.S. economy. An independent Fed is meant to insulate monetary policy from short-term political pressures, preventing reckless decisions that could harm long-term stability. Allowing Trump to fire Fed governors at will would create a dangerous precedent, enabling future presidents to manipulate the economy for personal gain. The court's decision in Trump v. Cook will determine whether the Fed retains its vital independence or becomes another tool in the hands of the executive branch. The Supreme Court's upcoming ruling will reveal whether it will uphold its prior commitment to the Fed's autonomy or allow Trump to exploit a fabricated pretext to undermine a critical institution. The outcome will have lasting implications for the stability and integrity of the U.S. financial system.